one.
Oh my goodness.
It was like that last time you were just asleep before you could really notice.
Yeah.
The last time Dylan was here, he was probably knocked for half of the pod. It was so funny. We had
Yeah, you were here, but you weren't here.
Oh, why is this camera glitching?
Gotta make sure my Marcus Smart shirt looks nice and able to read the 36.
Has it
That's
been doing
not
that?
cool. No.
Doing like cashed out
Oh,
last night
alright.
on the
Well,
Celtics.
Maybe
I
it's
think it
just
might have just been
$110 profit.
something like that.
2-1.
Still alive though.
Episode 99, boys. We are one away from 100. We still don't even know what the fuck we're gonna do for 100.
We're gonna get a
We're gonna get a
expensive
big bottle of
wine.
champagne.
A wine.
Champagne.
No, wine.
Wine.
Expensive bottle of wine. Wine's the
Still
move.
like
Yo, I had
outside.
wine for
We
the
could
first
do
time.
outside if
Going
it's nice
outside.
next week. We've done a couple pods outside. It actually went
Why
over
is it glitching?
decently well.
It's annoying.
It is annoying.
Mess with the wire or something.
Yeah, I might have to just back out. And I'm not gonna start it over, but I can literally just. It might just be something we gotta live with for this one because it's fucking showtime. We're already like 10 minutes in.
Champs picks.
UFC 275 coming up this weekend. It's time to make money, boys. It's time to make money.
This is when heroes.
Over the last couple weeks, it has not been favorable at the casino, so this week
no, what do
is
you
to
mean?
make it
Couple
up.
weeks.
The last week.
Night.
Well, last night, but like last week with the picks too. Jairzinho Rosenstrike did not come through for us. We had Rosenstrike on like 5 picks.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
He sold my bag.
I listen.
Dude.
I thought Rosenstrike would have it. I definitely didn't think Volkov would knock him out in the first round.
No way.
It was impressive for me. Like, good for Volkov. He did really well in that fight. Rosenstrike looked good in the first minute, and then Volkov just overwhelmed him, swarmed him. Rosenstrike's lost 3 of his last 4 now. All the top 7 guys, so it's not bad, but Rosenstrike's going to have to, I don't know, maybe fight a guy like Chris Dawkins, like an outsider top 10 to kind of come back, because he's not looking favorable lately.
But was it an early stoppage?
I looked at it. I didn't think it was an early stoppage. He was falling down against the
Alright,
cage.
so-
I
But
thought
you
it was
see
a
what he
decent
posted on Twitter?
stoppage.
I think if his mouth guard didn't pop out of his mouth, he maybe could have gotten out of that. But as soon as his mouth guard got
Yeah,
lost,
that's
I was like, I knew it was done. Like,
Yeah.
right there. Like, I don't think it was like.
Who was the ref? Do we know?
Herb.
Was it Herb?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Herb.
well, Herb's known for that. Usually, no, it's so weird because he usually gives the
Not known
lighter
for it.
weights more leniency than heavyweights. Like heavyweights, he will stop fights early. He had that one fight with Ankalaev and Kutalaba.
Yeah.
Remember that ridiculous stoppage where
Was
they
that
were
Herb
both
Dean?
standing? Yeah, that was Herb Dean. Not that that's heavyweight, that's light heavyweight, but
Uncle
with the
kicked
bigger
back,
guys.
Fucked him up.
Second fight, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, looking at Ankalaev now, we knew that wasn't a fluke, but at the time, that was like one of the worst stoppages I've ever seen. Still really is. Herb Dean, one of the best in the business. And when you ref all those fights, you're bound to have some fuck-ups. Like, it's bound to happen. But we got shit to talk about for this week.
Oh,
UFC
shit.
275. Jiri Prochazka versus Glover Teixeira. We also got the women's flyweight title, Shevchenko versus Santos, in a fight that the odds have come down against Shevchenko. People
Yeah,
are
I've never seen
people are picking against
Shevchenko
her.
gone down in odds. I've never seen her go
Well, Tally Santos
from minus
is a
800
really good
to
striker.
minus 600.
This is going to be a tough fight for Shevchenko, I feel like.
I
Yeah.
think it is, but here's the thing. I think we're
Shevchenko
gonna.
by split decision.
I
Split
think we're gonna
decision.
see Shevchenko wrestle in this fight because Tally Santos is a stand-up fighter.
Yeah, but Santos also can go on the ground because she is Brazilian, so
Yep.
she does have nice jiu-jitsu.
I can't remember. I think it was the
Possibility.
Yeah.
Jennifer Maia fight that Shevchenko had last year, where Shevchenko lost the first round in a fight that she was like minus 1,000 to start the fight. And she lost the first round. Live odds in the second round had Shevchenko as the underdog. Like, it was bad. Because Jennifer Maia just took her to the ground. And then for the next 4 fights, Shevchenko wrestled the shit out of Maia.
Shevchenko by split.
I don't,
Majority decision is plus 500.
I wouldn't take her by split.
No,
I don't think it's going to be that close.
not that close.
I think she wins
I think-
every round.
Yeah. No, not every
No.
round. I think she wins 4.
4-1, yeah.
Yeah. Talia Santos is going to have like a 3rd or 4th round where she's doing pretty good. If she
Wouldn't
doesn't
that
get
be
knocked
majority decision?
Could even be the second
No.
round. She has a good one.
4-1.
No, that's a unanimous decision. I don't know the exact rules on majority, but I do
I
know
thought unanimous was
unanimous
she won
decision
every
is when all 3 judges pick the same fighter. Yeah.
Oh.
So if they all say 4-1,
okay.
right, even if they all say 3-2, it's still they all pick the same fighter. That's a good question though. I really don't have the answer for what a majority decision is differing from a split decision. The reason we just talked about that. The reason we're bringing this up is that Joanna Jędrzejczyk by split decision is plus 850.
Talia Santos to
Gotta
win.
rock that.
Talia Santos to win by split majority decision plus 3,000. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's
That is
down.
crazy. And that
And I would say that we
By
don't usually
unanimous?
see title fights with the champion losing by a split decision because that doesn't happen a lot.
yeah.
Except for the fact that Carla Esparza just did it. She beat
Yeah.
Rose Namajunas in like the worst fight I've ever fucking
Most
seen. Title
boring
fight.
fight ever.
Yeah.
But she still did it, and I had not seen that before.
Santos by unanimous decision is plus 1,000.
Anyway, I don't want to start off with the
That's
bets
kinda
just
crazy,
right
though.
away.
That is crazy.
I want to build
Like,
into it. I
don't
want to
get
talk
that.
more about this card though, because this card is going to be really fucking good, like from top to bottom. It starts off with bangers, it ends with bangers. Can you guys see this from over there?
No.
I can barely see it with my glasses. There we go.
All right. So right here, this is the card we got coming up. Jiri Prochazka, Shevchenko Santos, Jędrzejczyk are the highlights of the main card. But you have a bunch of good fights away from that. Manel Kape versus Rogerio Bontorin is a really good fight. I know everybody likes Kape. I do too, but that fight I think is
Closer than what the odds are saying.
it's definitely closer than the odds because it's been Manel Kape's been the huge favorite ever since the odds came out, but Rogerio Bontorin's been there, done that. Like this is Kape's 4th fight in the UFC. Bontorin's been in the top 15 of this division for like 3 years,
Yeah.
and
But has he gone anywhere in 3 years though?
Well, he's top 5. I think he's number 5, if I'm not
I kind
mistaken.
of like Cop.
I do too.
I do too.
I like the under.
I think he's
the
more
up-and-coming.
explosive.
Yeah.
He's definitely the better striker. I would give him that. We saw in one of Bontorin's last fights, we saw Kai Kara France get taken down, and then as soon as he got up, rocked Bontorin. Remember the fight that we watched where Kara France
Yeah, he
was
ran
winning,
around.
he was running around, and then he thought it was stopped, so he charged at him.
Does that a lot.
That was Bontorin. So I don't know. We also have Brendan Allen versus Jacob Malkoun in the prelims. That's a really good prelim fight.
Allen is
Yeah.
a heavy favorite.
I like Allen.
Heavy
though.
favorite. I'm split on this fight.
I think Allen could be a potential contender.
Really, at middleweight?
Yeah.
I
Couple
think-
more fights.
I think he's gonna have to be better at stand-up. Like he's a decent wrestler, but he's gonna have to prove himself a little bit more.
So who's
for
he
my
fighting?
likes. Jacob Malkoun.
What's his record? 6-1, right?
Yeah, and I want to say he's 2-1 in the UFC on a 2-fight win streak. His only
Baby.
loss was an early
baby.
knockout by.
Yeah, that's
no.
why I like not a lot of experience.
Yeah,
Explain
this
it.
guy has good wrestling.
Mm-hmm. We also got Andre Fiallo versus Jake Matthews. Andre Fiallo making his 3rd fight in 2 months, which is outrageous. Or 2.5 months, I think. I think it's 7 weeks.
3rd fight.
3rd fight. He's fighting almost every other week. And I want to say 2 of them are pay-per-views too, so he's getting paid for it as well.
Yeah.
He's on that Hamza wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his first fight in the UFC was not too long ago. I want to say it was like UFC 272. It was against Michel Pereira.
Good
Took
fight.
the fight on 3 weeks' notice, and the only reason he lost is because he gassed out in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Which, fighting a guy like Pereira, who's now ranked, you're going to exert some energy, and especially if you only have a 3-week training camp, you're going to get gassed in the 3rd. So for me, that's a good loss. And then he knocks the fuck out of his last 2 opponents. Going against Jake Matthews now, which is a little bit better of a competition step. He's not quite at the level of Michel Pereira, but Matthews is definitely the best fighter he's fought in his last 3 fights. But I still like Andre Fialho by knockout a lot.
Yeah.
You've been kind of swaying me a little back from my original, like, I had him 90%. Now I'm probably at, like, 80%. Because Matthews is...
It's a good number, though.
He's really good
like
cardio.
80%.
Yeah,
It's a
me
B.
too.
All I got was C's, so.
What do you guys think, Fialho Matthews?
What weight is that?
This is welterweight.
I think Fialho wins it, but I don't know if he knocks him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like a Pereira. Like everyone thinks Pereira's gonna finish him, but he's really gonna win by decision,
Right.
which we picked by decision. I can see it going the distance,
I can, too. Jake Matthews is a hell of a competitor, and I think Andre Fialho
especially
might
with the
come in...
step up in competition for sure. For sure, definitely, I think it goes the distance.
Right, but he's had that competition step with Pereira. Coming into UFC,
Yeah,
debuting
that's a good
against
first
Pereira
fight.
is a really good
That's a good first fight.
sake for your competition level.
I like Fialho.
And to go 3 rounds with him is really good too. So
He's got some stamina at least to make it
Mhm.
to the 3rd round.
yeah.
Right,
So
exactly.
I would put him right next to what's Pereira ranked?
Pereira's 14th. in the
14. Okay,
welterweight.
so I'd rank him like 15.
Just got to the number 14 spot after beating Santiago Ponzinibbio, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago?
So
something
who's
like that.
15?
Gotta take this call.
How's it
Number 15, no, it's not Ponzinibbio. Number 15 for welterweight is Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Oh.
Yeah,
Isn't
who
he
has a fight coming up against
undefeated?
Neil Magny.
Oh,
That's going to be a
That's pretty
really,
that's his,
really
probably
good
one of
fight.
his first tough fights, though.
Magny's
That
coming
is
off a
happening
loss, isn't he?
in 2 weeks. That's happening on June 25th.
Do you know who Rachmanov's last fight was?
He beat, this is Harris. I can't remember his first name, but it was,
Well,
no, Walt Harris is light heavyweight. I want to say it was Neil Harris. It was a better competition, but still, his last 3 fights are against relative no-namers,
Yeah.
and he's making a huge step up. But Rakhmonov has 3 finishes in the first round, so you
Yeah.
got to give him someone in the top 10 now. And Neil Magny on a 2-fight win streak against Jeff Neal and Max Griffin. So, what do you do now? What do you do? Do you say Magny's the favorite because he has the experience? Rakhmonov is coming into his first ever
Rachmanov's
ranked fight.
Gonna be the favorite.
Yeah,
He's
I
undefeated,
think
isn't
he is. Yeah,
He is
gonna be the
undefeated.
14-0?
15-0? I want to say he's 15-0.
He's gonna be the favorite for sure.
I wonder if I don't think the sportsbook has those weeks open just yet, but we can definitely take a look because over the last couple weeks they've actually been opening up 3 weeks at a time,
Yeah.
which has been so great. That's how you make your money.
Hmm.
If they open up 3
Play
cards
some
at the
early.
same time, you just pick 1 lock from this card, 2 locks from this card, 2 locks from this, and all of a sudden you have a 5-team parlay you know is going to hit, which is what we have riding on this week. We got Fialho and Prochazka. If they both win, paying the fuck out.
Hell yeah.
Paying the fuck out. And if Jairzinho Rozenstruik won last week, I would have made an absurd amount of fucking money.
Yeah, he screwed me over too last week. I had a 18 parlay and he was the last leg.
He was the last one.
Last leg.
Ooh, with a plus
actually,
135
I still had
too.
I had Devin Haney later, but he hit. So
Damn.
I think I would have hit for $150. So on a
Yeah.
$3
If
parlay.
Rozenstruik would have won, I would have already won $700.
Who's before
And then
Rozenstruik?
the co-main for that fight?
Yeah.
Ige Evlov. Danny Ige versus Mavsar Evlov.
That was a good fight.
It was a good fight. Mavsar Evlov is fucking for
He's a
real.
monster.
Another undefeated guy.
I like him.
Yeah.
He could be a future champion.
He's young too, I think. He's only 26.
And with those wrestlers, though, they can
But
always
listen, the featherweight
end up-
division is so tough. You can beat, all right, so right now, I want to say he's number 9. Yeah, Evlov's number 9. Excuse me, number 10. And say he were to fight Giga Chikadze, who's 8, and he beats Chikadze, he's only moving up to 8. He's not moving anywhere further because the featherweight
Who's
division
at 7?
is so stacked. Josh Emmett. Then you have
He has a fight lined up, right?
Josh Emmett's fighting Calvin Kattar next week,
Oh, yeah.
and that's going to be a really
like
good
Kattar.
fight. I definitely like Kattar.
He's gonna bring those elbows back.
Listen, Josh Emmett's only had 1 fight in 2 years. He beat Dan Ige by split decision. And as we could see, Dan Ige he's lost his last 3. Maybe that's not as impressive of a win as we thought. Calvin Kattar might as well just beat the biggest rising star in that division, Giga Chikadze.
Yeah.
What's Qatar's
Decidedly.
last fight?
Giga Chikadze.
Giga.
Oh, yeah, Chicago.
And he's active. He's been fighting a lot.
Chikadze?
No, Qatar.
No, that was his first fight back since he got muffed up by Holloway.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That fight
How long
was
ago was that?
brutal. Holloway was the beginning of the year.
Isn't
No, I think it was the beginning of this year, or it might have been the beginning of last year, because I remember it was the first ABC card, and it was
Yeah.
the first fight of the year. Oh, you know what? You're right. It was the first fight of 2021.
Yeah.
And Qatar had the first main event of this year against Chikadze.
Yeah.
So he's fought once a year. Now, granted, his fight against Holloway, he needed to take a fucking year off after that.
Yeah, that was a whooping.
Still the record of the most significant strikes taken. I think he got like 500 plus strikes taken against Holloway. Didn't get knocked out.
Imagine if O'Malley versus Chris Moutinho was a 5-round fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that one had about like 400 in 3 rounds.
was it?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think so. Speaking of O'Malley, just a quick shout out.
He puts it on, dude. No, he does.
We know O'Malley's fighting Pedro Munoz
so
in the
hyped
next
for that.
pay-per-view.
Nice.
It's a great fight.
Uh,
And keeping in the bantamweight fight that just got announced is Marlon Vera versus Dominic Cruz.
what do you got?
Cheeto.
Cheeto.
I like
all
Cheeto.
day.
I like Cheeto and I like O'Malley.
I like Cheeto so much more
I
than
think
like
I
O'Malley.
think I'm gonna take
Really?
Cheeto.
I don't know.
I think I am. Dominic Cruz is on
I don't
kind of a
know.
tear though.
Hey, I saw something. I heard a crazy stat about Dominic Cruz
Go
that
Cheeto right now.
the only time Dominic Cruz ever lost a fight was in a championship fight. He's never lost a
He's
non-championship
only lost 2
fight.
fights. He
Yeah.
lost to Cody Garbrandt and Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
It's absolutely right. He's one of the only people that can ever say that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy stat.
And he's been fighting since before the UFC had a bantamweight division. Like,
Mhm.
he's been around for the fuck ever.
Yeah, damn.
One of my
Wasn't
favorite.
he the first bantamweight champion?
Yes. What was the organization? Him and Jose Aldo both came from it.
Strikeforce.
No, it wasn't.
No,
Strikeforce.
no.
Was it like
WBC?
WEC?
The WEC
It was
or
the
BC?
blue company with the
Yeah.
blue octagon. Yeah, they were both.
Didn't Pettis come from there?
Pettis did, Uriah Faber did, Jose Aldo did. That was like the
Hmm.
farm league for UFC back in the
Well,
day.
I'm sure it wasn't
And then-
Farm League. They
No, it really
fucking
was.
Didn't they buy it?
Yes.
Was it still considered professional?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was like contender series almost nowadays.
Yeah.
Still,
It's way higher of a level of competition, but it was still like the B league of UFC.
it's like Bellator for right now.
I would say, dude, this is a topic for another day. Like, I don't know if we really know all about this. You follow Bellator at all?
I know some Bellator fighters.
Dude, Bellator is
They're getting there.
making a fucking push for like, no one's ever gonna hit UFC level for as far as viewership or even talent. But Bellator has really, really good fucking fighters.
You know what's
You know
a lot
what
of
I?
fun?
You go first.
I've been watching this Karate Combat.
Mhm.
It's in the list.
I saw
Karate
some
Combat?
highlights from it.
Have you seen Karate Combat?
No.
No.
I saw highlights from it on Instagram.
Yeah.
This guy, I'm not sure what his name is, like Eric Samuel or something. I'm pretty sure he's in that. He's like, his striking is so fast. But
It's like a tiny little stadium though.
yeah, it's
There's
just
no way
striking.
they're gonna get as
So-
big as like Bellator or PFL even.
And like there's no cage. It's like these like
Oh, those
ramps on-
yeah. All right, I saw
Hmm.
that one. I saw one clip of that. Yeah,
It's fucking sick though.
yeah, it is pretty sick. Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna have to
weird.
check
It's
this out.
different.
I actually haven't
it's
heard
different.
of it. Is it just stand up if it's
Yeah,
karate?
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it's
well,
just striking. It's like karate, but
You can take them down. The rules are really weird.
Hmm.
Like you gotta look up the rules. It's
Huh.
fucking crazy.
So I, at one point, got huge into finding the best non-UFC fighters. Like, this was a couple weeks ago, so this list is a little bit outdated, but Bellator holds, and you can go on, I think it's worldmmarankings.com, like it's a generic website like that. And they obviously have, like, Usman number 1, Adesanya 2, Volkanovski 3, like, all the UFC big guys are the top. But there's a bunch of fucking Bellator people in the top 25. Like, way more than you would think. Like, 7 Bellator people are in the top 25 of the world.
Gegard
rankings.
Musafi.
Gegard Mousasi, Ryan Bader,
Michael
Vadim
Venom Page?
Nemkov, Corey Anderson.
Is Michael Venom Page in it? I saw.
I don't
He-
think so.
Well, he just got a. They're
Who else
doing
is
cross
there?
promotions. Bellator.
Patricio Pitbull, AJ McKee, who just had a huge fight in Bellator a couple weeks ago.
Bellator's doing a cross promotion with bare knuckle fighting. They're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
Michael
Really?
Venom Page versus Mike Platinum Perry.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my god, that's right.
Yeah,
Mike
they do
Perry's
it.
Mike Perry's cashing the fuck out in bare knuckle too.
So
Some
that's
of the
the
dudes-
next fight is in
Some
bare
of the dudes
knuckle.
are smart that left the UFC. They were like, I know what I got.
Right,
Mhm.
and they can go fight easier competition for more money because of their platforms. Like, it depends. If you're really out there for competition's sake, you probably would rather stay in UFC to like make a name for yourself. But if you're out
For money.
for a profession to get paid and still fight, there's plenty of other platforms now that people are jumping ship to.
Mike
PFL?
Perry,
PFL, ONE FC is really good too.
Yes.
Demetrius Johnson's holding it down over there and shit.
Eagle FC sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Eagle FC. What really sucks is they've had some bad luck.
You see
Like, they're-
Jordan DeCastro knock
Yeah.
out.
He didn't knock him out though.
No,
he didn't knock him out?
Junior Dos Santos dislocated his shoulder,
Oh,
and they had to stop the fight
damn.
in their like third ever pay-per-views main event.
Mm.
But
That
yeah,
sucks.
Jorgen DeCastro, shout out Fall River,
Fall
shout out
River, yeah.
Durfee,
Yeah.
fucking A.
Wow.
It's like a town over.
I know.
All right, so
It is.
what
What do you think of Sean Strickland versus Pereira?
Pereira.
The guy that
Pereira.
beat.
He's gonna shut him
Strickland? I don't know about
up.
Strickland.
And I like him. I like Sean Strickland. Tells it how it is.
Yeah,
But-
so you think he's gonna lose? I think Sean Strickland loses.
Me too.
Mm.
I think
that's a
Pereira
huge-
is going all the way up to Izzy. In
Yeah, exactly. That's the
See,
storyline.
they're saying-
That's the
they're saying
storyline
if
Dana
he
White
wins
wants.
That he gets the title shot. 'Cause
No.
Who's Izzy gonna fight?
well,
Bob
Izzy's
Fitzgerald?
fighting Cannonier on the same card.
Oh
Here's something
yeah.
I
He's
find
a great
Fuck
storyline.
Cannonier.
Here's something
It's
I
gonna
find
make
interesting.
Cannonier look bad.
So the Robert Whittaker versus Marvin Vettori fight got rescheduled. That fight's happening on the Paris card, the same card as Cyril Gane versus Tai Tuivasa.
Cool.
You guys finish at the same time.
That card's
I'm almost done with that.
So you got Robert Whittaker, Vettori that are still in the mix. I wouldn't shut out a possibility of either of those guys getting a third fight against Adesanya. I also think that the Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold fight coming up is very interesting.
Is gonna be at 205.
Right now it's 185. Exactly, right? And Dana White even said that Paulo Costa would never fight at 185 again, and that was only like 4 months ago. But as of right now, it is scheduled for August 20th. That's going to be the main event of a fight night.
Paul Costa wins that.
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen Luke Rockhold in forever.
He
And
murders.
Luke Rockhold,
He's been
Luke
with
Rockhold.
I like Paulo.
What's DC's camp? In Khabib.
AKA.
AKA?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I've
is
seen
AKA.
him
Mhm.
training there. Couple videos. One with
He's
Khabib,
been there
another
forever.
One with like, I don't know who it was, but
they had one of the best camps at a certain point. Right when
was he always
Khabib
part of it? He might
started.
have always been.
Yeah, he was. They had Khabib, Cormier, Rockhold, who were all champions. And they had someone in welterweight who was like a championship contender. Like they had 205 through 155 locked the fuck down. And now they don't have anybody, which is crazy.
Not yet.
They have some great fighters, but no champions, I should say.
They got Makachev.
For which event was that?
No, Makachev is Makachev trains with the Nurmagomedovs, and he was trained by
Oh, you're talking about the
Abdulmanap,
AKA.
but he trains out of Russia.
He's a soon-to-be champion, though.
I think he's a soon-to-be champion.
Is he?
He is.
Listen.
Oliveira's gonna.
Makachev
No.
Oliveira is the fight to make, but Dana White has stuck to his guns and said that the Darush Makachev fight is going to happen before either one of them get a title shot. I don't agree with it.
I don't
And
either.
by the way, Poirier Gaethje 2 is not confirmed yet, but 2. It's the second fight, yeah.
I was just joking. buddy.
No, I know. It's set for August 28th. They're going for it. Poirier Gaethje is going to be fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
I got Poirier.
Even though they still skipped out on Nate Diaz.
I got
I
Poirier.
think I like Poirier, too.
I like Poirier if that fight happens.
Nate Diaz is gonna fight Colby Covington. Or Khamzat.
The only time
No,
Poirier
that would be
loses,
a waste of Colby.
Poirier only loses when he gets rear naked choke.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he wins that fight, dude.
I think
100%.
Poirier's overrated. Like, not that he's not a top 20 talent, but right now, like,
What?
he's number 7 for UFC's pound-for-pound ranks.
Yeah, that's high.
Just
But,
well,
alright,
he
He doesn't
beat,
deserve to
he
be
beat
that high.
Connor
Put
twice.
it this
That's
way.
why.
Makachev or Poirier?
Makachev.
Makachev.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
So we know that.
Makachev is the second best
That's a
lightweight
Good
in the
fight
world.
too. That's a good fight.
Dariush versus Poirier.
Yo, you.
I would say
second guess it a
Poirier.
little bit?
I would say
You know,
Poirier
I don't
over
know.
Dariush.
Dariush
I
has
don't know.
crazy grappling. He could,
He has great grappling, and he has
He's gonna
good
rear naked choke him.
yeah, exactly.
See, Dariush has good grappling. Now anybody
take a
of
punch?
that rank has amazing grappling, but for like his competition level that he's at, he has good grappling. It just looked really great because he fucked up Tony Ferguson on the ground.
Yeah.
He didn't even like do too many transitions. He was like
Yeah, he was holding him. He's like he is the Tyron Woodley of today's UFC. That's what I've been saying for a while. Yeah, like he's content with winning points, keeping you on the ground, throwing a little ground and pound when he can.
I think
And-
he can control Poirier on the ground. I think he could win that fight.
Yeah, Poirier's a better wrestler than people give him credit for. Poirier is the closest person, I will say this with 100% confidence, and I have for a while. Poirier is the closest person to ever beating Khabib. In their fight, when he had him in a rear naked choke, really fucking close.
You don't think that Poirier might move up to 170?
I think that Poirier-Covington should have
Covington's
been
such
the
a
fight.
fight,
It should have been the
dude.
fight. Dude,
That's such a fight, and
The-
Covington blows him out of the water.
and Covington is one
Blows
of,
him out of
Yeah,
the water.
that's honestly, yeah. Covington blows him out of the water.
Covington's one
In
of
the
my
wrestling,
favorite.
takes him down immediately. Clinch game.
Covington's one of my favorite fighters.
He
Like
hates
every
him.
single time I hear this guy
I
or watch
hate
him
him.
fight,
I absolutely hate him.
fucking love Colby.
I
Oh
hate
my
him.
god, I love Colby so much. Because he talks
He
so
sucks.
much shit.
I think he's funny.
He's a goofy motherfucker. Like, you hear him talk shit with these orange suits and with the Donald J. Trump son's book. Like, you're like, this guy's out for attention. And then he goes in the ring
Obviously.
and fucks people up.
But
Yeah,
it's too
he's
corny.
fucks
He's
people
too
up.
corny.
Yeah, but it's a show.
It's
And
a
then-
shitty show.
It's a show that sells tickets.
No, it ain't. He's fucking.
No, it ain't.
The
It
only
does-
reason,
it
only
does,
reason
'cause
why it sells tickets is because everyone wants to see him get knocked out.
Yeah, same thing
Right.
with Floyd Mayweather.
Exactly.
Right.
People like Floyd Mayweather.
No, I hate
No,
him.
people don't like
Fuck
Floyd.
I
Floyd.
like Floyd.
I like Floyd too.
Boxing
I think he's the greatest
elitists
boxer.
appreciate Floyd. Like, you can't say anything about this dude's skill, but people, come on, he's like a
I
multiple
like him.
time
I like
convicted
him 'cause he's
wife
got
beater.
the chains. He's got
Oh,
the.
that's true.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
I mean, besides that, like he'll
John
talk
Jones.
shit. Right, exactly.
Well,
Exactly. John Jones is the Floyd Mayweather of UFC.
Shit, dry
Basically.
lip.
100%.
There's a bunch of There's a
Yeah,
John
there
Jones
is.
is a fucking
But when you talk
star.
about
Beat wives all
undefeated
the
best
time.
evers of their combat sports, it's Floyd and John Jones.
Yeah.
That also have domestic abuse allegations. Like it's a very good comparison.
Zach, he's
Do
coming
video
for you,
games
bro.
cause violence?
John Jones
Dude,
gonna be
I
fucking
will.
running down your
I will
street.
go
Yeah,
5 rounds with
sparring
John Jones
does.
any day.
Hard sparring.
We're both heavyweights now.
7 days a week.
It would be a fair fight.
John Jones would be. John Jones is going to fuck up Ngannou. Let me tell you that right now.
Let's
first
see
he's-
the Stipe fight.
First, he's gonna fuck up Stipe.
Yeah.
And like
I don't know about Ngannou. I don't know about Ngannou.
2 rounds. Ngannou, he's gonna be.
No, it's gonna be a
Last
decision.
fight that Ngannou had, he showed off his wrestling that we've never seen before, which was very impressive.
Thank you, Ethan. I
Yeah, but
completely
that-
agree.
But you're talking about John Jones.
Yeah, that's true.
But here's
You're
the
talking
thing.
about John
Yeah, I don't
Jones.
think
Here's the
Black
thing.
has
belt
the
John
jiu-jitsu.
Jones
Yeah.
versus Ngannou on the
Greco-Roman
ground.
background Olympic wrestler John Jones, great wrestling. He better wrestling than Ngannou. I'm not going to say that. But before
Well,
the
you're
Ngannou,
not gonna
Well,
say
you haven't
that?
seen him at
No,
that
I'm not gonna
weight.
say that
you
they
don't
have
know what
close
that weight
wrestling.
can do.
that's a good point. But here's the only point
We
I'm
have
gonna
seen
make.
what John Jones can do, though.
255 though.
We do know
Dude,
what
he's coming at 265. No, he is.
He's
He's
coming
walking
in
around
at
at 270 right now.
265, and he's not gonna cut weight.
He's walking at 270. He's going to cut like 5 pounds. John Jones,
That's what I mean.
John Jones who had to cut 20 pounds for light heavyweight is now only cutting bare. Oh my god, I
You
can't
haven't seen
fucking
it.
wait to see this guy
Dude.
fight. John Jones, I
How
He's-
old do you think John Jones is?
It's like 20. No.
no.
33.
He's turning 34 very soon.
Isn't that crazy? This dude's only
It's
34.
his prime.
He's
John
in his
Jones.
prime.
John Jones has not fought in a non-title fight
Since we were in middle school.
since 2010.
Oh my!
Since you were in what?
Elementary school.
Since 2010.
This dude hasn't lost a fight.
I was 11 years old.
Wow. So here's what I was gonna say. I
Dang.
think John Jones
That's
beats
awesome.
Stipe by decision.
That's
I'm not even
crazy.
worried about it. But the John
That
Jones
is
and Ngannou
crazy.
fight is so fucking intriguing because before the Cyril Gane and Ngannou fight, I would have said Jones takes him down 5 rounds like
It's
Stipe
over.
did the
Yeah.
first time.
But Jones
That's it.
ain't gonna let him get close to him, bro. He's not just
You
gonna
can
let
say
Ngannou
that.
come at him.
You can say that.
Man, he's gonna kick him in the face. If he comes in
Is
and he's
he?
kicking
Elbows.
him,
You would have said the same thing about Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane and John Jones have a very
Alright.
similar style.
yeah, but he fucks
Jones
up.
is better at
He
it.
fucks up Cyril Gane.
I still think
John Jones annihilates a Cyril Gane, dude. I'm not even gonna second
Takes him
guess
to the
it.
ground, elbows him on the ground.
Yeah, he's not. I'm not.
I think
I'm
Cyril
off this-
Gane does better than Stipe does.
I'm not completely off the Cyril Gane train, but I'm off. Like I think Cyril
For
Gane
now.
versus Stipe is a great fight.
He could be a future champion.
I think Cyril Gane versus Stipe is a great fight.
But
I think Cyril Gane versus anybody's a
I think
great
John
fight.
who's
Jones.
Tuivasa fighting?
Tuivasa's fighting Gane. In a fight that I'm absolutely hammering Gane. Tuivasa's ran out of luck.
Dude,
I don't know, bro.
Stipe was
I've been
shitting-
riding. I've been riding.
Here's what I would say
Tuivasa.
about that
I
fight.
might hit
The
it just
Cyril
'cause.
Gane versus Derek Lewis fight.
You may hit the shoey, yeah.
Bro, I hit the fucking Tuivasa like the past 3 times he's fought.
Mm-hmm. So have I.
I
Dude,
know.
Tuivasa knocking out Derek Lewis won me a lot of money.
I was
No,
hyped
it
on that
didn't
one.
because fucking Derek Brunson lost.
No.
We had it on every ticket,
No,
but Derek
Adesanya
Brunson
too.
lost. Was that the same? It was the same card.
Adesanya too. Adesanya under.
Just the
4.5.
Adesanya under.
Just the
That
under
was the
four and a
only thing
half.
that
We
killed
would have
us.
hit. It's always one.
Who was that again? Rob Whitaker?
Yeah, we had the under 4.5.
I think I bet the under on that fight too. I
Yeah.
think I had.
That was a tough fight. Adesanya, for as great of a striker as he is, doesn't get a lot of finishes.
No, he doesn't. He's kind of a point fighter.
Now he's a point fighter
He
because he's
is.
not gonna risk losing the belt, dude.
Right, but he's used to the 5-round fights now. That he's not gonna like overextend.
Before
himself
he
and
was
go
the
for a
champion,
knockout.
though, he was always going for the finish.
I feel
Yeah.
like he's very orthodox.
He was doing wild shit, but now he doesn't
Right.
do that
Striker.
anymore.
You also look at the fighters that he's fought. Like his last 3 fights are Marvin Vettori, crazy tough. Robert Whitaker, crazy tough. Jan Blachowicz, who was 20 pounds heavier, 30 pounds heavier than him when they fought.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a stupid decision by him.
Well, he said it
He
after the fight, like, yeah, it sucks, I'm not undefeated anymore, but sometimes you gotta go for greatness.
He
Sometimes
should
you
have
gotta
added
try.
a little more weight.
He came into a light heavyweight fight the day of the fight at like 195.
Yeah, needed more weight.
You needed something.
Like, imagine
It's such an
Adesanya
obvious bet
not-
now.
not
It's such an
skinny.
obvious bet who to bet on now, but
We'd
I
also
got
never
this.
seen Blachowicz wrestle before.
I went 9 out of 10 on that event. And Izzy
Also-
screwed me.
Blahovic versus.
You had Blachowicz in that fight. You were the only one.
No.
Yeah, you did.
You're thinking
Or
of.
no. Did you have him against Teixeira?
No. I had him against Reyes.
You
Way
did.
back.
I knew that.
I don't know.
But I thought you had him against Adesanya.
I
You
won-
always have these fucking weird ass and going
That-
against the grain
no,
main
no,
event
'cause
winners.
That fight was Adesanya versus Paulo Costa and Blahovic versus Reyes. I won some money that night.
That was, yeah. Speaking of Dominic Reyes,
he
what a
hasn't
fall
fought
from
in
fucking
Yeah,
Reyes.
I was just gonna say that he hasn't fought in a
He
little
was
bit.
so
huh?
overrated.
When's the last time
Yeah.
Dominic Reyes has fought?
When he got knocked out by Prochazka. That was his last
Spin
fight.
an elbow.
I
That was
rewatched that
crazy.
fight, by the way. We're gonna alright, because I want to get into this. So Prochazka's minus 200. He's been the favorite forever. I'm not backing down. Prochazka's gonna win. We've been saying that for
Yeah.
weeks.
Yep.
I've seen it for months.
Dominic
saying
Reyes.
he's a future champion.
Dominic Reyes, who does not have a wrestling background, took down Prochazka with ease. Like the
Who?
one Dominic Reyes.
Took down Prochazka with ease.
Like the one tie-up they had, he tripped him. Prochazka fell right down. Now Prochazka was able to use his explosiveness to get up, but he was still on the ground for a minute and got taken down. And now he's fighting Glover Teixeira, who has a little bit better of a ground game.
Can't
Little
allow,
bit.
Can't allow that to happen.
No,
I'm nervous.
No, we can't.
I'm nervous.
And
I think-
I'm fine with Teixeira taking him down once or twice. Like if Prochazka loses 2 of the first 3 rounds, I'm really still not going to sweat it, because Teixeira is 43 years old, has not been past the 3rd round in like 6 years. Okay.
I think the 2 outcomes of that fight
That's a
Two
long
outcomes.
time.
That's a pretty good fact. That's
are
good.
either going to be Jiri by knockout or Glover by submission. Those are the only 2
I don't
outcomes.
think he has submission.
I think
There was
he-
another
submission-
interesting point. So Michael Bisping trained with Prochazka, and Michael Bisping called the Prochazka Reyes fight. And Bisping had a lot to say on Prochazka in that fight. So if you go back and watch it, it's pretty interesting.
What did he say, Zach?
Bisping has a training partner that was like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion at one point, who got Prochazka in a guillotine, and Prochazka did not tap out for like 3 minutes and ended up getting out of it.
Damn.
Teixeira by decision
I think if
Plus-
Teixeira wins, it's by decision. I think he would just wrestle him for 5 rounds. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Really?
But I don't see him
Back.
submitting Prochazka.
Take his back rear naked choke.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
see
like
it.
the best
You
submission.
cannot
can do.
get close to him, bro.
Prochazka's going to knock him out. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going
that's what
to
I think.
happen. It's
100%.
100% going to happen.
I like the submission odds.
It's
That's
like
what I
25.
said.
Yeah.
But he's not going to submit a black belt.
I need to grab a beer. Anyone? Beer?
He's just not.
I'm good.
He's just
What do you
not
mean?
going to do it.
What, Yuri? No, I meant Glover. Is Yuri a black belt?
No.
Yeah, Glover's
I know.
submission.
Yuri Prochazka is on a
Oh,
10
his,
fight
Dave
knockout
Sandberg.
streak. 10 fight knockout streak.
10 fight.
12 fight win streak.
Hmm.
The only though his last loss was in Ryzen, a very these MMA Complete Podcast views
Jesus.
Bro, what do
Party
you
foul,
do?
bro.
do not reflect any other legality views of the world of mixed martial arts. But Ryzen was a very corrupt company, and King Mo was the fucking guy of that company for a while, and he lost a split decision to King Mo that he won, and that was his last loss in 2014.
Wow.
I've never heard of that.
Go back and watch it. King Mo got fucked up in the second round. They still gave him the fight. But anyway, Jiri Prochazka. We've done our homework. This guy could have came to the UFC 5 years ago. Didn't because he wanted to make sure he was ready to go into the UFC.
Yes, sir.
10 fight win streak. He's knocked out Volkan Ozdemir and Dominic Reyes, who are great stand-up fighters. Now he's going against a great ground fighter. Does that impose a matchup problem? Certainly. Is it also favorable that he's 14 years younger than Teixeira? Or 12 years younger? I think Teixeira's 41.
42.
Is he 42? Alright, so he's 13 years younger than Teixeira. And he's in the best shape of his life. And he's the best
What does
knockout
that
artist
say?
in the division.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Sorry, bud.
No.
This fight seems like a trap fight. It seems like Glover. Because I'm a huge Glover fan. I'm pretty sure I was the only one that had him against Blackowicz.
Yeah.
I had Jan too.
I had Jan, bro.
I had Glover just because of his jiu-jitsu background. I
Yeah, you
knew
did have him,
Blakovic
son of a
didn't
bitch.
have the fucking jiu-jitsu background. Prochazka doesn't either. Got taken down by Reyes. That really worried me. But when you hear something like that from Michael Bisping, who has way more insider knowledge than I'll ever have,
You think so?
probably, maybe.
No,
I think he does.
No.
No, I
Definitely
think he
not.
does.
You definitely got more than Michael.
Yeah. Well, I do have two eyes to look at it.
But you probably, on a real note, you got more than
whatever.
Chael Sonnen, 100%. Chael Sonnen just talks out of his ass. I
Chael
swear to
Sonnen
God. He literally talks out of his ass.
Uncle
The
Chael.
original Colby.
Yeah,
The
the
original
original.
Kobe.
Yeah, literally talked his way to a title fight, dude. Good for him.
He called.
And tapped.
He called
Claims
Brazil.
that he didn't tap.
He called Brazilians
He did tap. He thought the round
monkeys
ended.
in
Yeah.
Brazil. That was you were Colby beat Rafael dos Anjos and then said that Brazil is trash and they should never be allowed in the U.S., which was bad.
Didn't you say some other stuff too?
He said a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He said a lot of
What's the
stuff.
quote?
I don't know,
No,
but
no,
I
wait.
don't even want to say it on this podcast. It was so fucking bad.
About Tito Ortiz's wife? No. Anderson Silva's wife.
You see him?
Who said something about Tito's wife? I
Chael.
think was it
It was
Chuck?
Chael.
Was it Chael?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Chael
was.
said something so bad about
Something
Jenny
about
McCarthy.
making money with her mouth.
Yeah.
Oh!
Right.
Making money.
Dude, I
Wow.
love trash talking.
He's so good.
Connor was obnoxious about it
Connor was the best.
because he would just say shit.
Connor was the best.
But fucking Colby,
No,
dude,
he's
the
the
reason
best.
we were talking about Colby and Poirier should fight.
Other than Mike Tyson.
Do you know? Did you guys watch by any chance? I know we watched it, not that night, but afterwards. Did you guys watch any of the press conference after the fight
Which
when
fight?
he had with Masvidal?
Yeah, I watched it before the fight.
Dude,
Actually,
he says that Dustin Poirier doesn't have the confidence to fight him because all he likes to do is watch Conor fuck his wife, and this little cuck needs to shut his
Oh my
fucking
God.
mouth. It was
Oh my God.
ridiculous. Oh my God, I couldn't take
Wow.
my fucking eyes off this
That's
thing.
the C word, bro. Right there.
Woo! I was like, holy shit, he fucking said that.
yeah, C word.
Holy shit, he fucking said that. Oh my God, how can you not?
He has
just
no
love
filter.
that?
He don't give a shit, dude.
But everybody who talks to him is like, it's just an act. He's really like the nicest fucking guy. But he
Yeah,
just
people
does
say
that
he's
to
a
sell
nice
tickets.
guy.
That's why I don't
He's
like
a
him
nice-
though.
I'd be weirded out if I was his friend.
But if he said that and he was a bitch in the octagon and he got knocked out, I wouldn't give a fuck. But like he almost just beat Usman. Like he lost 3-2 to Usman.
What if you were like walking down the street with Colby as a friend, and then like some people came out of nowhere? They were like,
Dude, that
Yeah,
happened
trying
at a
to
Miami
The Nelk
Steakhouse.
boys.
Happened at Miami
No, no, no,
Steakhouse.
no,
Jorge
no,
fucking
no,
Literally,
sucker
he was
punched
with the
him.
Nelk boys.
like
Yeah,
trying
he
to take
was,
pictures
dude.
and like they're fans.
They
of
had
him.
the someone
and then
had
he
their
just
location
switches
on.
up his act on you and just.
I would
It'd be
switch
so
it up
weirded
with him.
out.
I would switch it up with him. No, dude, you gotta keep that shit in play. Dude, Colby.
I don't like
Jorge
him.
Masvidal's that was kind of a
Yeah,
scumbag
that's a
move.
bad look for
It's a
Jorge.
bad look.
A really bad look.
I said at the time,
Not as bad as John Jones.
He's about that street life.
No,
He's
it's
about
not.
that street
he
life.
did
Jorge
say,
Masvidal.
if I see you, coming for you.
Okay, but seeing you and running up to you and starting a fight is a lot different than seeing you not see me, run up from behind and sucker punch you.
Yeah.
That's
How'd you
totally
feel
different.
if you were just working on your bike one day? Just, working on your bike in
I
your
don't have any
garage.
mortal enemies, bro.
No, and I pull up, dude. And I pull up.
It's
I'm
guard.
like,
Guard's your motor.
I'm pulling up, and I see you just working on your bike. I'm like, yo, fuck this guy.
You just hop out.
I just hop out. You don't even see
Three
me.
pieces
You
of
don't hear
soda.
me until about 2 seconds, and you're like, huh? Bang.
Dude, Colby had to get like
That would suck.
2 teeth surgically implanted because his teeth
He's
got
probably
would
not going to
suck.
fight again until next year.
Colby?
Because of
I would
that?
say so. He's going to court. He's going to court with.
There is a
Jorge.
huge court battle. Colby is
Yeah, for
suing the
surgery.
fuck out of Jorge Masvidal. Suing the fuck out of him. And I mean, look, I can't say he doesn't
It
deserve
makes you
it.
hate him even more.
I like Jorge.
I can't say he doesn't deserve it like that.
No, he deserves to get sued for that. But
Right.
So
But-
what?
I just
should-
hate Colby.
I love Colby. Oh my god, I fucking like my favorite fighters. Not only to watch, but just their aura around them. It used to be John Jones. My favorite fighter to watch is still John Jones. I think he's the best talent
When
I've
it was
ever
just
seen
a
in the
couple
octagon.
DUIs.
No, it was more than that. It was one DUI.
He's
It was
got
a
he's
hit and
got
run on a
he's got
pregnant
a little
lady.
bit going on.
It was a
dude.
domestic violence assault that ended up with his wife divorcing him.
Yeah.
Like there's
The
multiple
cocaine.
things. The cocaine, the
What was the first one?
The
Was
dick
it a
pills.
DUI?
The dick
Oh,
pills.
dick pills.
He tested positive for
He tested positive for coke once,
steroids.
steroids once. That he says was dick pills. That was that. The hit and run and the domestic violence.
Didn't he hide under like a ring once to?
Yeah.
At John
for weed,
Winklejohn's
for weed,
gym.
so I
That's
respect
funny
that.
At Winklejohn's gym. The
That's
USADA testers came and he hid underneath the ring
That's
until
awesome.
they left.
I know that story.
I don't know how that even gets out. Like someone at your gym,
I'll
obviously
still
they all
snitch.
know that you're there.
Yeah.
Like John Jones walks in the building, you're not gonna be like, oh, I wonder when he left. Like no, all the fucking eyes are on him.
I wonder when he left.
Yeah, right.
He didn't say hi.
Such a waste of talent. Can you imagine?
Greatest UFC fighter. Oh yeah, we lost him.
Yeah.
There
you go.
No. Can you imagine if John Jones had never gotten in trouble? Like his peak years, 26 to 29 or 27 to 29, he fought like 3 times.
He didn't fight for 2 years. He didn't fight one fight for 2 years.
Mhm. He hasn't fought. It's been almost 2 years since his last fight now.
So he hasn't fought in 4 years, basically.
He's
in his
fought,
career.
He's
in
fought
the peak,
twice in 5 years.
in the peak of his prime.
He fought Santos,
Kinda
split
sad.
decision, and Reyes, unanimous decision in 5 years. That's all he's fought. And not for nothing, like the decision where he barely beat Reyes, and a lot of people say Reyes could have won that fight. And I'm right there, like, it was really fucking close. Looks really bad now. Like, the trajectory that Reyes has gone since then, the fact that John Jones couldn't
I
finish
really
him.
think that was a fluke for John Jones that he didn't finish.
He had a split
race
decision
immediately.
right before that against Thiago Santos. He almost got beat by Alexander Gustafsson, like, 2 years before that.
I like Guffs.
But it's always the fight. It's always the opponents that you think he's just gonna blow right through.
Yeah.
But when he faces a tough opponent, he blows right through them. It's like a competitive mindset with him. Like,
Do you know
like
that
he trains harder when he's got big motivation. That's why I think he's gonna
doesn't
blow.
train. He
No,
says
he-
so many stories about
Him
I would
training.
not train so that if I did lose, I could.
Oh
blame it
yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
Well, that too. Yeah. No, he did say that, but
He did.
he's also said he needs motivation to. He needs motivation to want to fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he doesn't do all that. Well, maybe he does still do all that.
But
shit. I
his-
don't know.
a huge part of John Jones comes from genetics. Like both of his brothers are Pro Bowlers in the NFL. One of his brothers is like one of the leading
Genetics.
defensive ends, edge rushers in football. Chandler
He's-
Jones,
Former Patriot.
former Patriot,
Who
led
are
the
his
league
parents?
in sacks 3 years ago.
His
They're
parents
probably both like
monsters.
No.
5'8", like
No
170
way.
pounds. No, I'm sure they're
5'2".
not.
I want to know if they both worked in the government at one point during the 70s. Maybe they had a couple tests done.
This guy. This dude.
I get fired up every time we talk about John Jones on this podcast.
Yeah, because
It's such a waste of talent because he is my favorite fighter to watch. When I was getting into UFC, that's when John Jones was beating Rampage and Rashad Evans and choking out Lyoto Machida standing. Like it was
and he just walked
ridiculous
away.
to
That
watch.
was gross. That's one of the grossest submissions to watch.
Yeah, but you walk away and you're like, oh my god, this guy is so fucking good.
Yeah, it's
Like holy shit. Daniel Cormier should be labeled as one of the greatest fighters ever. And he, for me personally, like barely makes top 20 just because he got fucked up by John Jones twice.
Yeah.
That's how good he is.
yeah.
So
I mean-
UFC 275. What do we think,
I'm
guys?
looking at it right now. Hold on.
I'm looking at it right now too. I got man.
I know
I
all
wanna
these
see
guys,
Joanna.
Echamp. Who do you
Joanna's-
have, Zhang or Young Jacek?
Weili Zhang.
You got Zhang?
I got Joanna.
Yeah.
Okay. Why you say that? Does it have to do with Young Jacek not being there for 2 years?
That and Weili Zhang was on like a 21 fight win streak
She was
before
21-0.
before she lost to Rose.
I think she was 21-1, but she had only lost like one of her first ever fights.
Yeah,
So basically 21 fight win streak.
I don't
And
know.
And to me
And she's
personally,
younger.
the second fight, I thought Zhang won. I thought Rose got the champion's decision.
I agree. It was a really close fight.
It was really close.
Yeah.
In that first fight, could have been a lucky kick.
She was
Could've,
not
yeah.
expecting that. When's the last time, besides Valentina Shevchenko, we've seen a first round knockout by head kick in a women's fight? I couldn't
No
think
idea.
of another one.
I couldn't even.
Shevchenko?
And
Is that what you're
Shevchenko,
saying?
yeah, I said besides Shevchenko. And Shevchenko is like the greatest kickboxer in women's mixed martial arts.
Holly Holmes.
Period. No, Shevchenko's so much better.
No, I'm saying head kick.
Yeah.
Last time we've seen a head kick.
That wasn't first round though. But yes, you're right. Ronda Rousey did get fucking blasted by Holly Holmes. head
Second
kick.
round.
No, wasn't there another one with Holly Holm? She's had a couple head kicks.
Has she? Holly Holm had a good little run back in the day.
I got a good 6 team right here, but I don't got I got Joanna on it, not Weili Zhang.
I'm looking at one fight right now.
But the plus 1700 ain't bad, you know.
Jack Della Maddalena versus Ramazan Ameev. I like Jack Della Maddalena. I've watched his last 2 fights.
Jack, you like Jack Della Maddalena?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
striking is
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, he is.
I think I'm putting him in not all of them, but most of my parlays.
Was
Yeah,
it
you
Del
like him?
Maddalena?
Yeah. And he's got 1 inch height advantage, but he has less than reach advantage. But the guy he's fighting against is a Russian wrestler, so he doesn't have to really worry about the stand-up too much. And Della Maddalena is 11-2, so he's got a pretty good record. It's only his 3rd fight in the UFC, though. Pretty sure.
You
Sorry.
going undefeated this week?
The last time we went undefeated was 266, so we are due for one. I'm just saying.
Plus 2800 odds.
Well, if we're going undefeated, who are we calling? We're calling Fiallo. We're calling Maddalena, Kopp, Young Jacek, Shevchenko, Prochazka. Right? Like, those are the only ones we're actually
Yo,
betting on, I
Joanna,
think.
Steve Garcia, Brendan Allen.
Steve Garcia?
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. It's like his name.
Yeah, that's not a reason. I do like
Same,
I do
bro.
like Dana Baccarel, but I'm not gonna bet on him. That's just another name to look out for, boys.
Steve Garcia, man. Future,
Have you heard
future
of,
champion.
Say Wu Choi.
I've heard like grumblings
I
about
was
him.
gonna put them on
He's
it,
fighting
but
Kulabau.
I felt like you guys would be like, "Yo, what's this dude on?" But yeah, I do know who that is because she gonna win.
I want to
No, it's
no,
a
he's
dude.
fighting.
It's a dude?
He's
Oh,
fighting a
it's a
guy
dude?
that is
Yeah.
coming in on a short
Oh.
week's notice, though. That's why I like Choi. Like
Yeah.
Choi's been in camp for a month and a half. This Kulabau just got the call 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I kind of like Choi.
Right. I
Yeah,
don't.
he's
I
only
think the
minus
last
240.
time I looked, he wasn't on the bookie.
He's there right now.
He's
he
there
is.
right now.
Was he minus 240? You said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. That was like the Jailton Almeida fight that just happened a couple weeks ago.
Plus 4,000. Let's keep going. We need two more.
Jesus. Fucking
what else
throw
do you
guitar
have?
on there for
What
next
do you
week.
have on there, Gar?
I got Prochazka,
Yeah.
Joanna.
Not gonna take that fight.
Valentina.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't take that. Cop, Jack D'Elia.
Yep.
Brendan Allen.
Yep.
Wu Choi.
Yep.
Steve Garcia.
I didn't take that fight. You should
Andre Fiallo.
Yeah.
And Romana. What is that?
Pasquale.
Yeah, she could
Is
win,
that the girl that like a few cards ago she was trying to go for the eye gouge when she get choked out?
No, that was
Priscilla.
yeah, that was Priscilla Cachoeira.
Ah.
That's who that was.
I think I saw.
She lost. That
I saw
fight,
the
too.
name. I was like, is that the same girl? I was
She
like, no,
lost
I don't
that
think
fight,
so.
and she was going for an eye
Hey, you
gouge.
got-
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, it
versus
was.
Bontarine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mel Cobb. I'm
Kevin
not taking.
Holland.
I'm not picking Rogerio Bontorin.
When's Kevin Holland next weekend?
Yeah,
Plus
he's fighting Tim Means.
8,500.
Cerrone Lozon. Who's winning that fight?
I got Lozon.
I got Cerrone.
I
I
know.
know-
You wanna know why? Because
he pulled out of the fight.
everybody and their mother is gonna be biting Cerrone, and that's when the bookie makes the money. So
Yeah.
you gotta bet Lozon.
And Cerrone's on what, a 5-fight
6.
losing streak, 6-fight losing streak?
Yeah, but look at the fighters he's fought in that 5-fight losing streak. Like
Yeah,
they're
that's
all
what they want you
way
to think.
better than him. Donald
Cerrone's at
Cerrone,
the end, but they're both at the end.
Yeah.
Nico Price, Anthony Pettis, Conor McGregor, Justin Gaethje. Like he's going to lose all those fights.
Look
Those
at
are all
the
money
numbers.
fights.
Yeah.
Joe
like-
Lozon hasn't fought in forever.
so out of this 10-teamer, who do I think's losing?
Brendan Allen.
What? Who else do you have on the 10-teamer? Who at the bottom? Hokan?
Qatar and Kevin Holland.
Oh, you added from the next.
Yeah. And I think I might do that
What's
this
your
card
odds?
too. Plus 8,500.
Damn. I got a 10-teamer, but it's only plus 4,000.
Yeah, I got Joanna though.
Yeah, that's probably what. I don't know if I got any underdogs. I picked all favorites.
You think?
I
think
got
that's all
Dawkins.
suspicious
You got
each man?
Dawkins.
No, I
That's all
don't.
suspicious.
It's
Who's Kyle
over
Dawkins
2
fighting
weeks
again?
ago, Garv. It's not all
Dawkins
this
is
weekend.
fighting
Yeah.
Roman Dolidze.
Yeah, Roman Dolidze is not bad though.
Garv, I got 6 this weekend, 4 next weekend. Yuri,
How do I do that?
Jack Della Maddalena, Brendan Allen,
There
Fiallo, Sung Woo Choi, Manel Cape, or Cape, or however you say his name.
Cape.
Kevin
Escape.
Kevin Holland,
What is that from?
Calvin
Finding
Qatar,
Nemo.
Yeah, it is Fighting Nemo. Yep.
Adrian Yanez, and
Yeah, I
Phil
like
Hawes.
him. I like Adrian Yanez. And I like Phil Hawes.
So that's a plus 4,000.
E-champ. We're gonna okay. Champ.
Phil Hawes is fighting who? He's fighting Derek Wynn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manel Cop, Jiri, Andre Fiallo, Kevin Holland, Calvin Qatar, plus 658.
Oh, by the way, Cody Stammen is another name to add to that list for next week. He's fighting Eddie Wineland.
Cody Stammen, I've heard that before.
Mhm.
Who is Stamen fought? Who he fought a big name.
Stammen just
week?
lost to.
Next week?
Saeed
No, I don't
Nurmagomedov.
think- No, he's not there next. Zacky's not there.
All right, well, you should be. That fight might have gotten
Well,
canceled.
guess
I
what?
guess.
No, that's okay.
All right, boys. Time for final thoughts. What would we like to say to end the podcast? Anything maybe for next week's podcast? Anything about an underdog you think is going to win this week?
Underdog.
Or fights coming up. We are a month away from
Joanna.
International Fight Week, too, by the way.
What's after the next fight night? What's the next big card? 276. Is it
276 is International Fight Week's pay-per-view. Adesanya Cannonier is the main event.
announced? Okay.
I don't agree with that because the co-main event is Volkanovski Holloway trilogy.
Oh yeah.
I think that should be the main event. We also have Strickland Pereira, Lauren Murphy, Misha Tate. Lauren Murphy.
That's pretty
Misha
cool.
Tate.
Lauren
You should
Murphy.
take- You should take.
Pedro Munoz, Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, Sean O'Malley.
Uriah Hall, Andre Muniz. Andre Muniz all the way. Bet the fucking bank on Muniz.
Okay.
Brad
okay,
Riddell,
okay.
Jalen Turner. Brad Tavares versus Dricus Duplessis. Like, this 276 card is going to be
I
stacked.
like Turner.
You like Jalen Turner?
Yeah.
No, Brad Riddell is really good.
But Riddell is good.
Riddell and Fazeev
Physique.
were both on track to be like the best lightweight contenders, and they fought each other, and Fazeev knocked him out, which I think puts a bad stamp on Riddell, but I think he's going to keep with the progression that he had before this fight. Jalen Turner's almost on the same path right now, so you're looking at two really good prospects.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to bet on it,
Yeah.
but I think that
Tough
fight's
fight.
going to be really good.
Tough fight.
Turner's the tarantula.
Robbie Lawler's fighting as well. Robbie Lawler versus Matt Barberena. It's going to be a good card. Sean O'Malley's going to beat Pedro Munoz. That is my upset win because I
Damn,
think Munoz will be the favorite.
What?
I
No
do.
way.
I do.
No way.
I do.
He won't be the favorite.
O'Malley is
Yeah, there's no way.
guaranteed
He won't be
the
the favorite. He won't be the favorite because his name.
Let's look at Pedro Munoz's last couple fights, though.
And Sean O'Malley's been holding back on a top 15 fight for all.
O'Malley.
Why?
I
So-
guarantee O'Malley's the favorite.
So Munoz has lost 4 of his last 5. But the
You're
four
saying he's gonna
people, the 4 people he's lost to, are Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo, Frankie Edgar, Aljamain Sterling.
That makes a perfect storyline for Sean O'Malley to catapult him
Yep.
to fight fucking
Petr Yan.
Perry. Who?
Petr Yan.
Piotr Jan would be so good.
Marlon Vera, though.
But he won't take that fight.
course he
He'll,
did.
he won't.
He's
No,
been
I'm
saying
bad.
he wants to fight Yan for so long.
Yeah, I
He was
know,
supposed to
but-
corner him.
No, he was bullshitting.
know he was.
He was fucking.
That's why
with
Piotr
him.
Jan lost the fight, because he didn't have his corner. Because he didn't have O'Malley and the other
Cejudo.
dude. Cejudo, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I got
probably
some
because
questions.
he
I
didn't
guess-
have his actual corner.
Yeah, that's that, right. That's
I got
why.
some questions for you guys.
You're going to give us, like, matchups, or?
It's all good.
Rounds for this upcoming week.
For which fights? We got to make a
Shots
pod
up.
bet.
I know. Oh yeah,
We already
that is
know the pod bet. Yeah, we know the pod
That's the pod bet.
Yeah.
I'll take the orange one, not the.
Yeah, the orange one. Yeah, the orange one's the pod bet.
No, you wanna?
Nah.
You wanna?
No,
Joanna's
But
that's
I
separate.
like Joanna more than I like Cobb. Can I just say
Cop
that?
is a sweat too, though.
Cobb is such a sweat. I swear to God, I know his odds are in favor and people like Cobb, but the guy he's fighting is good. He really is good.
So we might have to hedge ourselves here. Because if you put the other guy on there, which I know Manel Kopp is a sweat.
I don't want to put either of them. I definitely am not putting a bet with Bontorin on. Because Cobb should win, but it's way too close of a fight to call either way.
What about if we do?
What is Cobb by decision?
What about for this bet right
I
here?
also wanted to talk about that too. Rounds and method of result. We didn't talk about any of that. No method of result for any fights.
All right, well, let me offer this proposal. First of all, I gotta take a piss so bad.
Well, you're
We
chugging
can keep-
beers, bro.
I know. I know. We can keep going on the
So
pod.
go take a piss.
I would like to talk
Commercial
about.
break.
Yeah, does anyone want to like step outside for a minute? I
Yeah, we
want
haven't
to
even
sit
taken
up.
a break. We
I'm,
haven't
like
taken.
taking a break. You guys want to do that and come back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then talk
Alright,
some
cool.
betting.
All right, we're gonna do
we'll
that.
go into
play.
the betting set. Okay.
I
Yeah,
gotta
betting
play.
segment coming up next. So you're watching.
Maybe Randy will come
Wow.
by.
I haven't done one of these in a long time, so
Yeah.
excuse me if I fuck up. But
Why
you're watching
haven't- why-
MMA Complete Podcast brought to you by fansonlysports.com. Make sure you go check out Fans Only Sports social medias. Go follow us on Twitter at complete_MMA. Go check out our YouTube page, and we're also the website that we're going to be launching will come up soon, MMACompletePodcast.com. Make sure you go follow Fans Only Sports on their Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. Shout out Austin, Dylan, Echan for coming to the pod. Shout out Tico, Colby, and Mike for staying tuned. Make sure you go follow us and check out episode 100 coming next week on, what'll it be, June 17th, June 16th. And make sure you check in to our live reactions for UFC 275 coming this Saturday, June 11th, starting at around 9 to 10 o'clock. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you in a minute.
Oh,
All right, we're back. So I'm gonna let you guys take the lead
they're
on
all
this
wearing
one.
glasses now.
Oh yeah.
Four eyes.
Four eyes.
Gang,
No,
gang.
you guys are four eyes.
Gang, gang.
I'm chosen four eyes. No.
All right.
I make fun of my dad
Let's see
too.
what you guys got.
You go first.
Pod bet.
I writ my shit.
All
But
right, break it down.
But I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of answers too. And I'm curious if I want to put like Calvin Kattar. I think Calvin Kattar wins next week, and I also think Kevin Holland wins as well versus Tim Means. I think Kevin Holland has kind of like a turnaround here. He took a decent amount of time off.
Not
The
too much.
Like
This is
3
his
months.
second fight in welterweight. Probably about 3 months, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
He's just stopping crime.
yeah.
You see him on Instagram.
No. What do you do?
Oh yeah,
Stopping
yeah,
crime.
yeah.
He stopped crime twice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in
Yeah,
a
dude, this
restaurant, like
guy's a
someone brought
fucking-
out a gun and he wrestled into the
yeah,
ground.
he choked him out.
Not all heroes wear capes, dude. You know.
And then another time, something else happened. Like someone was trying to
So-
break into his car.
Yeah. That's some crazy shit.
So Manel Kopp is a sweat. I feel like you guys have really talked me out of this fight.
He's a sweat.
So I'm gonna take him out. See you later. Bye, Manel Kopp. So when he wins,
You can say
I'm
what's
gonna.
up.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Sprinkle.
I mean, I'm gonna sprinkle, but I will be a little upset with myself. Calvin Kattar, Kevin Holland, Andre Filios, Jiri Prochazka plus 428, 428.
428. It's not that bad.
For some reason, I just don't love the idea of parlays on this card.
I got the parlay for the card. Right here.
Well, this is Fialo and Prochazka. That's it.
Yeah, that one.
The two
Fialo and
locks.
Prochazka. I mean, at this point, I might as well double down because I have cards on them already, and I really still think that they're both gonna win. But I think they're both gonna win by knockout, which makes me just want to do prop bets.
See, when I think someone's gonna win by knockout, they never win by knockout. Except for the Prochazka one. The Prochazka one's different.
Right.
But when I think of like a fight, usually it's heavyweight that I'm knocking out. But Andre Fialo, like, do you think
Fialo's knocking him out.
he's knocking him
Yeah,
out?
he's knocking him out. You guys want to hear?
So what's the number for him knocking him out? Because he's minus 145. So
Started at minus 170.
is there a big difference?
I wouldn't think so. I think it's probably like plus 150 maybe. Like that was the best odds you get for a knockout.
Plus
Fialo.
150?
110
Plus 110?
for knockout.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's not bad. That's not bad. What's the fight to go to distance?
I think the over/under's 2.5. So
Fight to go distance.
But
No,
it's-
minus 160. Yes, plus 130.
yeah, that sounds about right.
It's probably gonna be a no.
We're probably gonna be a no.
Probably, but I'm not 100%.
But
it's not a
Fialo,
lock.
Fialo, yeah. Well, it's a lock. He's gonna knock him out.
All right. I think Fialo's got that one.
Yeah, I think Fialo's got that one. He's got it. I'm not second guessing it. We're thinking over it too much. Boom. Fialo.
Fialo.
Lock. Check to the name. Okay. Bing. Okay. Not second guessing it. I'm gonna sprinkle Joanna on some too because, you put.
Underdog. She's got
Yeah,
the
right,
reach
she
and
has.
height.
She's got the reach and height. 2 years off and like.
Joanna is the
She's
Rosenstrike
a-
of this card. Like she should win, and she's the underdog, which makes me want to bet her.
That's why I think she loses. We just saw it last weekend.
I know, but is that gonna happen 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
And I'm also sick of fucking picking underdogs. That lose.
Vegas has it right.
What is Zhang? So if Young J checks minus 145, Zhang's like plus. Or
The one-
if she's plus 145.
the one-
Zhang should be minus 160.
Yeah.
I feel like Vegas is right with almost all of the odds this weekend.
Yeah, she is minus 165.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of underdogs I would really take. Let's check this out. Let's look back at.
Hey, guard.
what's coming up this weekend.
You want to write champ parlay on the board?
Yeah, oh shit. Yeah, I'll write champ parlay. What is going on here?
Yeah, computer died in the middle of that intermission.
That's funny. Okay. Oh, my knees popped. Champ.
Are we putting the Celtics money line on this parlay?
Oh man.
No,
Yeah,
they're not there. It's not there. E-champ.
it's not there.
No, it's just how you see the series ending by numbers. Like you can bet on the Celtics in 5 or 6
Okay.
or 7 or whatever.
Or you can just pick best of 7 series winner. Minus 260 Celtics. I don't know if you can parlay that, can you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you can.
This guy is freaking out. Yo.
That's in my parlay. Add that first.
Really?
Celtics to
Yeah,
win
you
the
can,
series.
huh? Prochazka, Fialo, and the Celtics to win the series plus
Celtics.
250.
Win. How do you spell series?
Series. All right. We're going to start out with Jiri for the Jiri money line.
Yuri.
Then we're going to go Jack Della Maddalena. You want to look at it so you can see how to spell it?
We're just gonna say Jack.
Yeah, there you go.
What's he?
And then he's minus 170. Then next we're going Brennan Allen. And then after that we're gonna close it out with Andre Fiala.
Oh, okay. I like that. Can you spell anything?
Fialo, Fialho.
And the odds for that are plus 643.
Oh shit. Bang.
I like that. What do you think, Guard?
I like that. That's a odd ball right there. I like it.
Throw it in there, right?
Yeah, why not? If you really think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm riding hard with my Celtics.
Brendan Allen should win. Brendan Allen by decision is almost like a fucking guarantee. It's almost a guarantee. It is a guarantee, I think. I don't think he finishes them.
You could sell them.
I was just gonna say, the only thing that could happen is that he could sub them.
I kind of like the sub better than the decision.
So what's this? That's what I'm gonna look up right now.
What do you guys
I
think?
might place that bet right now, Garv, that parlay. The plus 643.
Yeah, I would before the odds change. So we got Brendan Allen by submission plus 180.
Garv,
Brendan Allen by decision plus 250.
What do you think of this, Garv? $40 on that parlay pays 257.
$40?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good payout. If that's what you believe in.
Or what if I do 30? 30 pays 192.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, but to win $200, I like that. I think that's better.
I'm gonna ride that. Place it now.
To add to your parlay, Ethan, what about Qatar and Holland next week?
See what the odds add to that.
So I'm like, just to be honest with you, I don't like Brendan Allen.
Really?
I don't not like Brendan Allen, and you have him at minus 300, which Brendan Allen's not at minus 300.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
No, he's minus 230.
Nah, right here.
Minus 300, bro.
It switched that fucking much. What? People hammered Brendan Allen?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, I want to sprinkle on Malcoon now. Holy shit. Alright, so you got Allen, you got Madalena. So, to add to your parlay, if you were to add Kevin Holland and Qatar, you'd be looking at plus 1450.
Ooh.
It's a good 7-teamer. It's a really good 7-teamer. Except
I might just put like another 10 on that just cause. Because if I hit this one, then I fucking have another one lined up for next weekend.
Yeah.
It's a 25er right there. 362.
I might put Giannis in it too.
You're putting the Celtics win series in that.
Yeah.
Qatar, Holland.
You think the Celtics win the series?
Another really interesting bet that we've been talking about for the last couple of days is you can
You
bet on
can.
every single NFL game for next year.
Yeah. You
Already?
Can, yeah.
Every single one.
Every single one.
You
every
can bet
week.
on a Week 14 Patriots game if you want.
What?
Yeah.
Right now?
Right
every
now.
single one.
What the hell?
Yeah. You can parlay.
Dude,
every
you might as well hammer some shit now and fucking
Right.
hope you get lucky.
You can bet on like the Rams versus the Lions in Week 12.
That's why we should pick the teams that are gonna go like 14-2. Like
But
the
it's only
Chiefs.
spread. It's only spread. It's not money line. So like if you're betting on like a game like that, like the Rams versus the Lions, it's like it's minus 14, which is risky, but still you can find some fucking good games in there.
Yeah, like the Broncos with Aaron Rodgers, or not Aaron
Russell
Rodgers.
Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
What about Adrian Yanez into that parlay with Qatar and Holland?
Who's Giannis fighting?
Tony Kelly.
Exactly.
Giannis. He's minus 360 because everyone knows Giannis is going to win. And he's on the hot streak. UFC wants him to win.
Mm-hmm. Adrian Giannis was one of the first connections we got on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, we were tweeting at him for a while.
I was tweeting at Patty Pimblett for a while too, bro.
Really?
Yeah, before he blew up. He used to answer everybody. but
$10
now-
on that 18 parlay. Adding Qatar, Holland, and Giannis.
It's probably like plus 24.
Plus 1,800.
That's still good.
Yeah. Prochazka, Fialo, Kevin Holland, Qatar, Celtics win series, Giannis, plus 835.
It's good.
Wait, what'd you have? Jiri.
Fialo, Holland, Qatar, Celtics win series, Giannis.
Take out Brendan Allen. Take out Madalena. Is that what it was? 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. 16.
I like Jack Della Maddalena, but Amiv is a pretty good opponent, so I don't want to put anything on that, just in fucking case. Oh, and I found this shirt. You want to see the other shirt I found that I hadn't seen in so long? Yeah.
Oh shit! Look at that. Wow. That's a good. That's legendary.
Yeah, it is.
That's legendary.
There's not a lot of good fights this weekend to bet on.
No, there's a lot of... The only good fights are
Good
a lot
favorites,
of
yeah.
favorites, right.
You know, Jiri and the numbers are
Shevchenko
interesting.
and Kopp and Madalena
Allen.
and Fialo, they're all favorites. Like, Fialo's the best odds for someone I'm sure is going to win. Alright, guys. I'm about ready. You got anything else?
No, that's about it.
Then we will see you guys this weekend. June 11th. June 11th. About 9, 10 o'clock Eastern. We start the live reaction of UFC 275. It's going to be a good pay-per-view. And then next week is episode 100. We got to do something. I like Dylan's idea, maybe going outside and doing something. I also kind of liked my idea of doing another reorder, our own rankings for every UFC division. We can save that for another time because that's a long episode.
With some wine.
But we're going to figure that out. We're going to come back next
Expensive
weekend and
bottle
we're
of
going to
wine.
have a great episode. That's going to be a lot of fun. Episode 100, and then it's on to 1,000 from there.
Yeah. No cap. Yeah.
So-
1,000. Jesus Christ. Let's just go to like 200.
Nah, you can hit 1,000.
Oh, we will.
200.
We will hit
500 is
1,000.
another milestone.
Mhm.
500. 250, I think.
Yeah.
I think 250 is one. 250.
Quarter century mark. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. It was a good episode today. We got a lot of bets to cover, a lot of bets that will hit this weekend, hopefully for our fucking sake. Pod bets, we are 8 of the last 10, 8 of the last 11. So we started off really hot at the end of last year. I want to say this year we're like...
No, we're down. We're not 8 of 11. We're like 7 of 11, aren't we?
Well, we were 5 of 6 going into the year. We hit 270, didn't hit 271, hit 272, didn't hit 273, and we didn't hit 274. So we're 2 of 5. So yeah, probably 8 of 11.
I don't know.
No,
Still
7 of
pretty
11.
good.
7
Still
of 11.
pretty good.
7 of 11. Yeah.
7 of 11. But 2 of 5 of this year.
Yeah, because
What was
we
274?
haven't hit in a couple.
What was the
weeks.
last pay-per-view?
No, well, we haven't hit because it hasn't paid out yet.
But what was the last pay-per-view? It was 274.
Each champ.
274 was championship fights. What the fuck are the championship fights?
Dude, this is going to piss me off.
Was it Kobe?
No.
No.
Kobe was 272. Adesanya was 271.
Bantamweight. No.
Moreno?
When Aljamain won for 273, what was the main event of that card? Was that Volkanovski-Jung? That was 273.
Korean Zombie versus...
Yeah,
Volk.
that was 273. Who the fuck was 274? Oh my god.
Lightweight.
Wasn't heavyweight?
It was Charles
Oliveira
Oliveira.
Gaethje. Yep, that's what it was. And I don't think we hit on that. We had Oliveira, but there was a fight in the co-main or something that we didn't hit on. So yeah, 2 of 5 to
Hit
start out the
Chandler
year.
on that or no?
No, we had Ferguson.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
the fuck it was. We had Ferguson.
You guys
Yo,
should've
he
picked
looks
Chandler.
so
What are you
good.
doing?
No,
Dude.
what do you mean?
What are you doing?
Yo, that
Why
was
would
a
you Chandler?
fucking-
That was
Nah,
a crazy
that
knockout.
was-
Iron Mike.
That's going to be knockout of the year.
That was so
100%.
random.
Honestly,
and so lucky.
I'm picking Mike Chandler for almost every fight he fights.
Yeah, you say that until he fights Poirier. And then you're like, oh, I'm not picking
I'm playing
Chandler.
Poirier.
If he fights Poirier, that's a tough fight, but almost anyone else in the division, I'm
Makhachev?
picking... He's going to be champion, so...
No, he's not. Chandler will never be UFC champion.
No
No,
way.
I'm not saying Chandler. I'm saying
Makhachev.
Makhachev.
Okay. Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's not going to... Chandler's not going to be fighting for the belt
Oliver-
anytime soon.
I think Chandler fights McGregor. I really think that fight still happens.
That's-
I've been
I would
calling
like
fight
that, and I
forever,
think
ever.
that
McGregor wins.
McGregor goes to sleep.
No way.
Iron Mike.
I'm taking the under in that fight. Chandler McGregor.
I'm taking the under.
Iron
I'm
Mike.
hammering the under. I'm putting the bag on the under.
Garth, what do you think, McGregor or Chandler?
Fuck McGregor.
Oh my God.
I'm taking McGregor.
I'm a
I'm taking
McGregor fan,
McGregor,
but
dude.
Chandler.
I'm taking McGregor, man.
All right, guys. Thank everybody for tuning in. We'll see you for episode 100 and live reactions coming up this Saturday.